Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's always nice to have you here again. Thank you for joining in this video. Yeah, obviously, for the fact that you're seeing this video, it means that you are in search for insights and for information, whether to inform your decisions or to give you clarity on some particular subject matter. And as it is, you have actually helped in the right place. So today would be taking a look at the earnings per share for FBN, which is Federal Bank, First Bank of Nigeria, for the space of 10 years, for the period of 10 years, which is from 2014 to 2023. So as we all know, First Bank is actually a renowned bank in Nigeria. They're actually one of the top banks in the financial sector when it comes to Nigeria and Nigeria space, and they're also spread out across all the African countries. So not to throw much light into that, because I believe everyone is aware. Also, okay, then let me throw some light, as I always like to do, so I don't assume that people understand what these financial metrics are. So I'll just throw a little light into what earnings per share is before I go into the main content of what this chart is saying. So the earnings per share is actually a financial metric that calculates the profit earned per outstanding share of a company's common stock. So outstanding share might actually be a confusing term if you're not familiar with financial terms. So an outstanding share is actually the total number of shares that is publicly traded by this company. So the outstanding share is the total number of shares that First Bank of Nigeria actually publicly traded. So that's what the outstanding shares is talking about. So earnings per share excuse me. Earnings per share is a financial metric that calculates the profit earned per outstanding shares of a company's common stock. So amidst the shares that they publicly traded, what is the price, what is the profit earned per share? So if you invest in a particular share, what's the profit that is attached as an investor? So that's what we're going to be looking at in today's video. So we'll be looking at what this value is for each year from 2014 to 2023, how it has moved, what the fluctuation looks like. That's what this chart is showing us, and it's actually computed using the net income, the preferred dividend, and the total number of outstanding shares. So those are the three metrics that have been put together to compute the earnings per share. So the earnings per share actually indicates how much profit is allocated to each outstanding share, helping investors evaluate a company's profitability and make informed decisions. So when you look at the particular company, let's say this is FBN now you take FBN, you see that in 2014 here they had their earnings per share to be 16 naira, and then you look at another company, they have their earnings per share to be 14 naira. So that actually informs your decision, your investment decisions, when it comes to the earnings per share of that particular company. So if you have 16 earnings per share and you have 14 earnings per share, you obviously know that you are going for the 16. So this is what the earnings per share actually, this is the information it actually gives. So that is the major information about earnings per share. So I hope that gives you enough clarity. So next time when you see earnings per share, you know, oh, this is the company's profit per outstanding shares. This is what the company issues as profit per outstanding share. So the EPS, which I famously call it, is actually an important metric for investors, as it can help you as an investor to evaluate the profitability of the company. It can help you to compare companies, just like I illustrated just now. It helps you to compare companies. How profitable is the company? Which should I invest here or not invest here? Which one is better, and all of that. So it also helps to assess stock value and make informed investment decisions. So I hope that I've clarified some uncertainties there that you may have about earnings per share before now. So let's now take a look at what this chart is saying about the earnings per share of FBN for the space of time. You can already see a spike here in 2020. You can see a decline here, a very deep. This is the deepest decline in 2015. Now, just from the explanation that I give, you already know what this chart is saying here. You already have a picture. You already have an understanding of what this chart is trying to communicate from the theoretical explanations that I've given. But then let's just run through this chart, and then I bring the video to an end. So it's not going to be a long video. It's going to be a very short one as it is. So in 2014 they had their earnings per share was 16 naira, which means that per outstanding share, if you invest in their shares per outstanding share, you get 16 naira per share. And then there was a decline, and that was a very significant decline from 2014 to 2015. From 16 naira per share, it moved to 6 naira. But unfortunately, there was actually a growth again, and it moved to 21 naira per share, and it continued like that from 26. So in 2017 and 2018, it was actually stable. It didn't move. It just maintained the same value from 2017 to 2018. So it was the same amount. It was the same amount per share. And then in from 2018 to 2019, it moved up again. And then they experienced the highest spike. I am trying to imagine what sponsored this strike, but then it must have been a very favorable one for the investors at this point in time, and this would have been one of, if anybody that invested in this period of time would have cashed out a staggering amount of cash. So from 2019 to 2020, it moves to 94 naira per share. And then I'm trying to be like, 2020 there was COVID-19, so how come all these things happen? But then we just leave that. I don't know, maybe I'll have to make a further research on that, and then give you some information on what happened here. So unfortunately, there was a decline, a very, very significant decline from 2020 to 2021. Okay, so I think the decline started from the decline might have obviously begun from the COVID-19 era, because this is still part of 2020. So I believe that the COVID-19 or the post-COVID-19 effect significantly influenced this stock price, and then it dropped by almost 50% from 2020 to 2021. And then I believe they took it up again. So we will see that there's a consistent fluctuation, but then it's still an upward trend, because if we are to put a trend line on this chart now, we'll see that this will still give us an upward trend regardless of the fluctuations. So we could see that it's just going to and fro, is not consistent, but then the average is still something that's actually reasonable. Because why I said it's an upward trend is because if we see 16 here, and then compare it to the 42 here, if we have to put a line here, it would actually show an upward trend. Let me just put that into practice, so you just see what it looks like here. So if we are to include a trend line, okay, let me make it a bit thicker so you can see that. So okay, just a minute. So right. So we could see already that that's actually a an upward trend, and it's obvious. The probability of it continuing like this is actually very high, because we see the consistency in the period. So this is actually a very spike, because it's a sporadic event that happened here. I don't know what to exactly attribute this to, but it's a sporadic event that's caused this spike here. So that's basically all about this video. I trust that you gained a lot of insights from here, and that will be all for now. Also, before the end of the video, if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, I would like to implore you, please kindly hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. And I would also like to know what you think about the earnings per share. What are your experiences? Is there any company you've invested in and they didn't do well? Have you lost money in investment? Have you made a wrong decision when it comes? Have you made a wrong investment decision in the time past? Let me know what you think. Thank you so much. Bye bye.